Welcome in, Saribot, Stream Elements. Here we are. Oh, there's something I forgot. I need it now. There we go. That's where I want it. That is wonderful. Okay. This is going to be dog hair, cat hair. And cat's on my lap right now. It's probably a cat hair because she's black and that was black. But, alright, let's see what we can make happen. Okay. To move this. Thank you. There we go. Alright. I found an S. Been filling in a lot of S's since I finished them yesterday. I keep finding S everywhere I look. I'm going to do M next. Decided. And M is 16. Move this a bit. Oh, I know what I wanted to look at. Okay. Before I start with that. Well, I don't know. Because I think, well, I know how I can mute. That's all I need to know for now. We'll get it figured out. Can't believe it's almost Christmas. Holy hell, man. I'm never ready. But I'm especially not ready this year. I don't understand. Why? Why especially this year? I don't know. It doesn't matter. But to turn this attitude around, make it a positive one. Can I help?
No, I got it.
Thank you.
That's the second time that what button's gone off when I walked past it.
The what? Oh, walk? What? Might mean it's battery's going dead.
Make that third time.
Well. Okay. Getting started here. And find the first M up there. I need another pillow. Lean my back so I can stay set up and still have back support. You're okay, Luna. I'm not gonna get you. Well, come here. You can lay down. I'm sorry I moved. Poor kitty. Poor kitty. It's just horrible when Mom moves around, isn't it? And another S. Here it is. Gibraltar. I'll just leave the S sitting out too, since I keep finding them. I knew I would. It's a hard one to find anyway. It's a dark color against dark colors. And no ma'am. I filled it in before I had some of the other dark colors that I can see better, so yeah, it happens. It works. They all get found. They all get filled in. Oh, if you look close, you can see a cat ear. It's moving around over on the left side of my picture, this glass, and so you can actually see what's under it if you pay attention. And she is under it right now. She's grooming herself. And then I spoke and she stopped. Or maybe she was finished and she's just settled in. Yep, she's settled in. So I think it's interesting that it was last night after I'd filled in the colors and I looked at this on my screen that I realized these are wheat. These are stalks, wheat stalks. The top. This is the flour, where the seeds come from, where the things we use to grind into flour come from. Crying all the time. So, these are going to take shape, and even more so once I start filling in the last of the background, which I'll do when I'm finished with color. Hey, William. Hey, Mountain Girl. How's your day going? How are you feeling today? You still sore? Imagine you are. It doesn't go away overnight. And they've got a word, ain't no friend of mine. So I have one of my favorite shows in the background. Volume's low, so it's not annoying people. And I can just look up and take a gander at what's going on every now and then. I've been through the seasons a couple of times now. I'm going through again. NCIS. It is my favorite show. Since I watched the first one. I didn't watch it when it first came out. I was thinking, this is all hype. It's a bunch of crap. So I don't know. It was maybe a year later that I watched my first one, and it's like, oh my god, I've been missing this. This is a great show. I loved it. And Mark Harmon, I think, found his calling in this show. I liked him better in this show than I've liked him in other things that I've seen him in. That's just personal opinion, but so I figured out these are actually phases of the moon if you look careful. Got the new moon, the gibbous moon, the full moon, the gibbous moon, the crescent moon as it's waxing or waning back into the waxing. I think. I could be wrong. It's kind of how it looks to me because I know these two are smaller than this one, and I know these are crescent moons. And we've got one direction and the other, so we've got the waxing and the waning. So, there are a lot of people in town for the holidays. It's busy. Ah, I wondered about that. I have my soon to become grandson coming in tonight. They've gone to pick him up from the airport, and he knows nothing about the 420 stuff. So, if I don't react, that would be why. If he's around when I'm streaming, he's got his own room upstairs. We're trying to create him his own space, but I put all my stuff out of sight so that it's not in the open. And I wanted to mention that if I don't respond or react like I normally do, that would be why. Okay. If I know he's asleep, I'll go ahead and smoke down here, but if I don't know if he's going to be coming down or not, then I probably won't. Yeah, holidays. Everybody wants to go somewhere, be somewhere, have fun. I just want to stay home and I won't finish that statement. So, all I have left for color is R and K. Hee hee hee. And I think I'm going to do R first. Just because I can. Alright, so we didn't have any more S's found. Excuse me. Big yawn. And it's early in the evening. Oh my goodness sakes, I'm telling you. Some people's children. So I thought my daughter told me this camera has an audio function on it, and I couldn't figure out how when I turned it on tonight. So I will just ask her some other time. 12. Right here. Let's find a way. Why don't you stay? It's tomorrow. It's fine. And my voice breaks. Okay, straightening beads. They're being stubborn. They're wanting to flip and flop and float away. The beads. Now, come on. That color is not the color I'm working with. So take it out. But I got so damn depressed that I set my sights on Monday. I got myself a mess waiting for the altar. I agree there's times when much can be a friend of mine. Can't you see in my eyes? Okay. Straightened out. Now I can work. You know, it's kind of like having a neat desk where you can find things and get something accomplished, or a messy desk where you can't find anything and you spend all your time looking for stuff and getting nothing accomplished. So I like my beads neat. Takes a minute, but it works faster for me. Can't live without you. Way booger. I went to pick up 2 and it grabbed only 1. And there's a 9 that I missed. Holy cow, man. That was a couple nights ago. Alright. There goes. Got it. You know what? His plane didn't come in until 8. They went to Portland. Let's do it. Let's smoke real quick before they get back here. They're a couple hours away. I don't know what his flight was. I don't know what time it was due when it got in, but I would imagine he's going to have a suitcase to collect. You're feeling better, actually? Your knee still hurts and your elbow is still sore? Well, yeah, the things you landed on are going to hurt the most for the longest. But are they moving okay? It's not how they hurt, it's how they move or not that can be important. Okay. Hey, Brother David. How are you doing? I'm having a great night, thank you. That's better. So I'm waiting for my daughter and her significant other to get back with his son, who's spending the Christmas holidays with us, whom I've never met. So I'm smoking real quick before they get back. It may be legal where I am, but not where he's from. And he's got a mom who has a problem with it, so we're not gonna make it a big deal. So I'm gonna smoke. Well, he's not here. Really quick. Tired. I've been cold today. Cold in this house. There we go. Got my stream hit done. Now I feel better. I slept till noon. I better not be stinking tired. I gotta start getting up before noon, man. That's just not right. I have dogs to take care of, and they're sleeping until noon too. I don't know what's up with them, other than the fact we have them out at midnight. But yay, that's nice of you. Smoke with me. I like company when I smoke. My best friend that I left behind in New Mexico is my smoking buddy, man. He and his wife and I, we just smoke together all the time. You would if you didn't have customers. I understand. You'll catch up later. You'll have a moment or two. Oh, I'll put my ashtray back down. This kid doesn't look at me like you don't smoke cigarettes. What do you have an ashtray for? Kids will do that, you know. So I've about got all the flowers filled in, all the color for this. I'm going to finish the background and I'll be done with this one. I have one more color after this one. And then it's the black. Finish off. Shouldn't take long for what I have left here. I bet I finish it tonight. Did you have a busy day, Brother David? You wish you could see color. Are you colorblind? My daughter's SO is colorblind. Just cleaned the house. Nothing all that great. My son kindly ran the vacuum for me earlier. I'll have to scrub the bathrooms tomorrow. Ah, there's an M that I missed. Imagine that. I think that's 16, yes. I used to clean my house, do my laundry, everything on the weekends, on Sundays, while I watched football. I don't have any routine anymore that to speak of, other than my streaming, which is fine, working for me. I mean, I'm keeping it scheduled. I'm starting to work things around it instead of working it around things. I like that. You just got glasses that helps with color blindness? Nice, but they don't. Oh, yeah, because there's so much going on a screen, so many colors, and it's. I'm not surprised to hear that. That's sad though. Does it work elsewhere? Okay, so this picture here, of course, even describing color to you isn't going to matter, is it? Because it's the color that you see, and that's how you relate to it. These are, both of these down here that I'm working on, wheat. They're the top of a wheat stalk. I figured that out last night when I was looking at it, and then I saw, okay, there's a wheat stalk, there's a wheat stalk. I think that's one. So there's a bunch of wheat stalks in through here. That's one along there. Oh, you can't see up that high. I would have to move the camera. And I can do that right like that. So this is a wheat stalk here. I believe this is a wheat stalk here. So it's not flowers, it's wheat stalks. Well, maybe these are flowers of wheat stalk. I don't know. You can see 4 colors with the glasses. Oh. And what could you, was it all gray without? Does that impact your ability to like play games and stuff? I can't imagine, because I know my daughter's SO does a lot of gaming. It doesn't seem to impact his abilities in that respect. I've just never had people around that I could ask these questions of before. I've always been curious. I knew some kids growing up that were colorblind, but it embarrassed them and they wouldn't talk about it. It's like, I don't see why you're embarrassed. I mean, it's not something you could have fixed or changed or done anything about. My daughter's glasses are lost. We've got to get them found. And they've got to be upstairs somewhere. I haven't seen them down here at all. I look when I'm up doing stuff. I have not seen them. I'll have to ask her when the last time is, if she remembers having them. I haven't asked that question yet. I just told them I have not seen them personally. I don't know where they are. It doesn't affect the games too much, mainly shades mixed together with your type of color blindness. You can see 30% of all colors. With the glasses, you can see about 75%. Okay. So you do see color. It's not all gray. It's just that the colors aren't always... Okay. Yeah, I think I understand that. I think it's interesting that his favorite, my daughter's Essa's favorite color, she says, is blue, and it's the blues that he has a hard time with, blues and greens. Well, and I think other colors. I don't know. I don't know enough about it. I don't. I do know that it's very, very rare for a woman to have they carry the gene, but they don't have the issue. It can happen, but it doesn't very often. Oh, I just found another M that I've missed. Well, 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 imagine that. Like I never find one that I've missed. That's probably all the R's, but I'm not going to make any guarantees. They're going to try to catch up to me on smoking. Okay. You do that, Mountain Girl. Be careful. I want 16 because that's what M is. I have to learn more M. There it is. Done. Best way you explain it is reds, browns, and orange can look the same. Okay. Green, gray, yellow can look the same. Okay. Blue and purple look the same. And pink can completely throw you off. Really? Okay, so... Okay. Everything you can see is extremely dull, faded, or washed out. I got you. I've wondered if that was a part of it as well. But that just makes sense because those colors, one is a base and the other one comes out of them. So you can see the base color, you just can't see the other colors. So I never knew why people called money green. That's good, yeah. I'll bet. So I was in Houston, Texas in 2001, well, in a suburb of, when Tropical Storm Allison came through in June of 2001. And she came onto land and stalled and just sat on top of that region for like 3 days. And during that time, she dropped 3.6 trillion gallons of water on the city and surrounding suburbs, which would supply the entire U.S. with water for 9 days. The amount that fell on the city at that point. It's the closest I came to being in a flood in my life. Everywhere around me was flooded. I couldn't go anywhere for a couple days. But my house didn't flood. I was lucky. My house almost flooded. It was halfway up the front lawn. So I found my paper. I wrote it. I wrote it all down. Okay. So, because I wanted to remember it, because it was pretty traumatic for me. I've never been in a storm like that before, and I really hope to never be in another one like it. Okay, I gotta put these beads back, and these were R's, and then I'm gonna do K, which is 10, in the same pin. Got a bead that's stuck in the channel. I hate when they get stuck in the channel. And then it's to finish the background and we're done with this one. Today. Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young. Thank you very much. Good group. You don't think that area has had another storm like that? Maybe some close ones. You're correct. They've had a couple of hurricanes hit since then. They've had. I still have family and a friend down and some friends down there. Hurricane Ike, Hurricane Rita. I don't know if they were both glancing blows or if they were full on, but they got hit by both of those. Other than that, I'm not too sure. But, yeah. it goes towards Florida quite often. That's not, oh well. It's not what I'm going to do right now. But I wanted to fill it. And I filled it so full I can't put those in it. Honestly, I know it didn't before I moved in 2004. I moved out of the region in 2004. I know they've had more hits, but I don't think they've had one like that. Harvey has been the worst they've had recently. A good amount of the surrounding areas flooded. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I want K. That's in the wrong place. There we go. So all of the colors here are running together for you because they're a mix of reds, oranges, browns, yellows, and greens. Here we go. Okay, I probably have fewer than 3 or 4 of these lines on there to do. Don't need to get that particular about it this time. With the blacks I will. When I get the black, when I get going with the black. A lot of area to cover. Pick it up. There you go. Harvey, yeah. Honestly, I remember hearing about some of the blows from some of those, and none of them seemed to be as harsh as Tropical Storm Allison was. Pink Floyd Time. Probably get to listen to half of it before the shuffle machine thinks it's over and goes on to something different. We listened to this in high school. This whole album. Over and over and over again. With some others, of course, but You can see the leaves on the top and bottom. You can only see the stems on the bottom part. The flowers look slightly darker than the leaves, but you can only tell that on the bottom half. Honestly, when I turn off the light, it looks different. You can probably see it better with the light off because there's colors I can't see with the backlight coming through it. So a lot of them I put on dark colors just look dark. I don't see the color of them until I turn the backlight off. So, that being said, now look at it. It looks the same, just without the brightness behind it. Yeah. My new webcam that I'm learning how to use. I love it. It's just so cool. Okay, there we go. I can see it better with the backlight off. You can see the stems slightly better and the flowers have two colors. Okay, good. Basically, you got it figured out. Because a lot of colors are shades of the four, and actually there's only 3 basic colors: red, blue, and yellow. Green is blue and yellow mixed, which is green is what color a lot of stems are. You've got brown in the barks, but mostly they're green. The green, like I say, is a product of blue and yellow being mixed together. So there's technically 3 primary colors: red, blue, and yellow. And everything else are shades of and mixtures of those 3 colors. I mean, there's infinite number of. That one's dark. I don't think it belongs in here. It does. Come on now. There we go. It's picking it up. It's a guessing game most of the time. Yeah. You don't, because you're trying to make your eyes do something they can't, which is hard on the brain. So don't do that. Just describing it to me, that helped me understand a lot. Thank you. I appreciate that. So I hear that women can be hue blind, but not actual color blind. My daughter and I believe, are, because I have a hard time differentiating some hues from others. I look at them and it's like, that's not the same color. Okay. So, because I know women very, very rarely are colorblind. They carry the gene for it, but they don't usually suffer with the issues. Straighten up lines. There you go. Get better. That's a better. I think I'm about finished with color on this one. Time to go to the black. Put the finishing touches on this one. So I think with this setup that I have here, I'll be able to start doing all steps of what I can do with diamond art to make it presentable for like hanging and stuff. Because I have some frames that were gifted me. Red will give you migraines. That's rough. The average woman can see more colors, like double the colors if you remember right. Okay. Shades. Than men can? In general, even without color blindness being a factor? Wow, that's interesting. I was not aware of that. Where you going, Miss Luna? Oh, big stretch, kitty. 10. So I'll bet if you were to look at, well, like there's an area on Interstate 70 that goes, the interstate goes through where they cut into the mountain, and you can see sediment layers, different layers of stuff. So you probably, because they're all shades of the same color, you probably would not be able to see it, just maybe different gradations of that color. What all do you need to make? What I do after this, for a couple of days, I sit it under a book, big heavy books, to make sure the beads are all seated very well on the adhesive backing that I apply them to. And when that's finished, I trim off the edges, because the frames that I got for them, the edges don't fit in it, so I trim them off so that it'll go in. And then I can put them in the frame. And then once they're in the frame, there's it's a magnetic frame. It opens and closes. It's got this that you can put on the back to hang it with. There's this piece that comes out that you can make the hanger. And then this is an adhesive that affixes to the back of the frame. So you can put it, whether the picture is landscape or portrait, you can put it on either direction on the back of the frame, and then you can hang it on the wall. Just a little bitty nail or something. Of stuff that I need, I have an Amazon wish list that's on my Twitch page that I have put in there an organizer for beads, because this one that I have works, but it's limited to 28 colors, and I have other paintings that I've done that have many more colors than that, and I know of others that also have many more colors than that. So that would make painting larger paintings easier for me if I had a way to store the colors in an efficient manner that keeps them. I have a bin that I can use that I bought in Walmart that I can put other colors in, but the problem with it is when I open it up, I lose. They're numbered on the top of the lid. There's no separate lids on the bins on the inside, so I pick up that lid and it's like, oh, that color is like 1, 2, 3 over, or 1, 2, 4 day. That stuff. But it's also filled with other kinds of diamond art, that other types of diamond art that can be done. Big reason for me putting in that wish list was just to show people the large variety that diamond art can be. But yeah, there's a few things in there. I just got gifted a drafting table that I'm currently using, a new webcam that I started using yesterday, and a boom arm that's not a flexible arm, so it doesn't drift, it doesn't pull down, it stays where I put it. It's lovely. It's a clearer image. I was using my cell phone as a webcam. So I just got gifted that stuff, which has helped a lot. Hee hee hee. We're on the last stage. I could really use some more frames because I don't have near enough frames for the artwork I have. And on my page, that's an Amazon wish list, and I clicked on the button that said that people can buy me things that are not on the wish list, but I don't know how that works. I'd imagine you go to Amazon and check out through my wish list. I don't know. I don't know how that works. I've never had one before. This is new to me. So I don't know how that works. But yes, I have put in an Amazon wish list that it's full of stuff. And some of that stuff is like, it would make it so much easier and smoother to stream if I had it. But frames, honest to goodness, I could use more frames. And I know I found those in, I don't know how many different kinds they have, but I know those were made specifically for diamond art that I found in Amazon that I put in my wish list. Pretty sure they're still in there. Because I've done like 20 plus paintings and I only got a dozen frames. So I'm not framing anything still. I'm waiting to see. Well, there's going to be a couple that I frame. I've just done something for my son that I'll frame. I'm doing this and another one that came with it for my daughter, and I'll put these in a frame. So like that, if it's going to get, I gave one to, the one I gave to Mountain Man, I put it in a frame. So the ones that I give to people to hang, they go into frames. And until I have enough for everything, I won't I could also use more sealant. That's something I go through quite a bit of. It's Mod Podge. It's a decoupage like liquid that you pour over the picture, and it dries clear, and it just seals it all together. And so that's something I need, that I go through quite a bit of. I could always use more art to do. More pictures. Those are the things I can think of that I need. Like the Mod Podge, the frames, the stuff like that. It's a misshapen bead. I do not like misshapen beads, but I dropped a whole tray full of this color, so I'm not sure how much I have. Hi, Luna. Are you coming back to say hello again? All right. There we go. First bead goes down in our start of the finish. Oh, that's not, oh, I'll leave it. It'll work there. That's okay. Where it ended up. That's a good place for you, Miss Luna. Can this night go by any faster? You want it to be 6 a.m. already. You always want the night to end. But this is your Friday night, right? You're off tomorrow. Tomorrow's Sunday. We're getting together in Discord tomorrow night. What I think I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and kit up the one that Diamond Lover gave me while we're on tomorrow night, so that I can start working on it on the Sundays that we get together like that. Because she's, well, unhappy I haven't started it yet. Which I can understand that. But I haven't had a chance to talk to her about it. I don't know. She heard what I said about it yesterday, so we'll see. Sounds good to you. Okay. Because what I can do is I can use this other large bin that I bought from Walmart, and I can put all the beads in plastic bags that have their number on them, so that I have a way to keep it organized. Oh, and Brother David, if you go into my wish list and you see something that you like, that you would like to see done, I would, and you send it to me, I would do my best to coordinate with you and do it while you're online to watch it. And I'm having to figure out a way to ship things to people, because I don't want to give out my home address. I have very specific reasons for not. But I want to be able to send art to people if if I'm gifting it to them, or they've bought it to be done and I want them to have it, kind of thing. So I need to know how to send it to people without giving out my address. That's a toughie. I could do a P.O. box, but that's cost money. You can ship from USPS store address, but I would have to have a P.O. box to do that. Because when my daughter took what I sent to Mountain Man, she asked him what would be the best way to send something without putting our actual address on it. That was the answer they had, was P.O. box. Be the only way to do it. So shouldn't. See, I don't know. I'll have to look into it. So I don't understand then how you mean use the USPS address. And I hope you're not in ads, and if you are, I'll ask when you get back. You're in ads, okay. Too far away, can't read it. General shipping, it goes from post office to post office. The person picking it up would have to have an ID. Okay, I'll look into that. Thank you for the information, Brother David. I will look into that general shipping and see what I can find out. I didn't know there was a way to do it without a P.O. box. Because then I could have like raffles. I could raffle off the paintings that I already have done that I'm not going to keep. send as gifts. I could, you know, that could open up another avenue for me to give back to my community. There's a couple that I will keep and hang, like the one I did that I named Luna the Moon Cat because it looks like my Luna, and her name is Luna the Moon Cat. And she does sit in the window and stare at the moon a lot at night. At least she did before we moved here. I've been in different homes since we got here. Different window access, different windows, different orientation to the sun and the moon and stuff. My wish list got updated. Okay. Does that mean it's not there anymore? Do I need to fix something? Ah! I do. Oh. I like surprises. My daughter walked in the door with a box in her hands last night, and she told me what she'd done, and I saw that box in her hands. I was like so excited because I knew it was the webcam had come in. It's like, oh, yes. So I will thank you in advance, Brother David. I very much appreciate all of it. And it all makes things so much more fun here on stream. And so much easier. But definitely, I want to find a way to be able to give art away to people, which means I would have to be able to send it to them. So I'll definitely look into that general shipping and see what I can find out. Because if I can find out a way to do it without having to pay for P.O. Box, it would be a plus. I'm starting to get excited because I'm almost finished with this. I love coming up to the end. Because for me, everything really pops out when it should be here Christmas Eve. Oh my goodness sake, what better Christmas present can I ask for than that? I mean, none. Thank you. And Merry Christmas to you. Happy Hanukkah. Kwanzaa. All of that. I worked in the schools. There's a lot of holidays we had to try and remember. Those were some of them. I wonder, well, not my place. I just heard my daughter's dog yipping upstairs, and I wonder if he needs to go potty outside. But they're not here. Wonder if I should ask her. I should just send her a message and ask her. I'll do that here in a minute. Actually, they might be here in another hour or so. beads. Don't give me a hard time. Okay. I want 4 beads on my pin. We're going to put those down. And we're going to put some glue in my pen because it's not wanting to grab them the right way. Okay. Yep, that's all I needed to do. Refresh the glue. Now it's working the way I need it to. Every time I start rhyming words like that, I think of my daughter's Discord. She's got a haiku bot set up in there. And when people say things in a certain, whatever haiku is, I forget. I should remember because I'm an English teacher, but I forget. So whatever format a haiku is, it's 3 lines, or is it 5 lines? And so many words per line. But anyway, whenever you put something in there, if the haiku bot reads it as a haiku, it'll put it in as a haiku. Pretty cool. Keep on fighting till the end. Oh, it's gonna go quick now because it's all multi-place with this background, 4 at a time. Let's go. Oh, did you see my emotes? I animated some of my emotes. I'm so proud of me. Let's see, find mine. Here we are. I have vibin. I have let's go. I have hanging in there. I have streaming granny. And I have, where'd it go? 1, 2, 3, 4. I thought I had 5. Where's my other one? Oh, there it is. And there's my got you back. The arts of language is not your strong point. I'm an English teacher. It should be mine. Well, retired, but I love language, and I really enjoyed the education, learning to be an English teacher, with the exception of linguistics. That subject is fucking hard, man, because it talks about how the muscles in the throat and the tongue and things that from birth.
Yeah, you're gonna have to go up.
Are she just got back to my lap too.
She's ignoring me.
Thank you. Are come here, honey. You need to go to the hallway for a bit. Let the doggies go outside. No, pet me. Says my kitty. I don't want to go the hallway. Pat me, please. Please, just pat me. Aw, she says. It goes into detail about how we form sounds and how those sounds become letters, and how those letters, how it, oh my goodness sakes, you almost have to be getting a medical degree too to understand linguistics, in my opinion. But very interesting. I had a hard, it's the only class I got a low A in. I got a B on one of my papers, and it dropped me down to 3.9 GPA. I was so disappointed in myself. Yeah, linguistics. I was very interested in it, but I was very frustrated trying to learn it. Tough fucking stuff, man.
Lucky place.
But it was still fun. My daughter always gave me a hard time about how I was disappointed over the grade. And I do understand, but I was disappointed in myself. I just felt like I could have done better if I'd applied myself a little better. But then I was working full time at the schools. I was taking her around up to sports. I was a very busy mom, taking care of the house. She had bowling every Saturday. So I always took my homework with me to the school. There is, oh, you're right. We only barely touched the subject, and it was massive. I still have my book. I will probably keep that book because it's a really good reference for some things. But yeah, that was a hard one for me. Hey, Diamond Lover. How are you doing tonight? We were just talking about linguistics in the English language and other things of that nature. Fun stuff. How is your event coming along? It is an interesting subject, but it's so hard to learn that stuff. So hard to learn that stuff. You met a person in the military that did that stuff, decades of learning. Oh, without a doubt, yeah. And thank you for your service, by the way. I didn't know you had served. What branch were you in? This is one of my favorite songs. It's a coming day. Sailing for tomorrow, dreams are dying. Love is an anchor tied with a silver chain. You're no longer doing Disney. You're now doing a Penny Collins Diamond Paint Along. Okay. Is it just too much working with Disney? Too difficult? Peggy Collins. Okay. Logical seas calling. What heaven brought you in cannot be forgotten. I have been around the world, searching, looking for that. No one wanted to sponsor or join the Disney event. Ah, I see. That kind of stuff can be hard. You know, Will.
Dr. Day, go to your room. Dr. Day, go to your room.
Never failed. It's the easiest thing to do. You will survive being the best in it. So fine. Well, come on, make me feel my loving you. In the Southern Cross. Hello, darkness, my old friend. Come to talk with you again. Oh, that was off key. Sorry, guys. No damage. My daughter told me who that guy is. I had to laugh, so I had to put some in. To me. And Diamond Lover, I did not jump. You always ask. You didn't get me tonight. I think it's on nights when I'm not as alert. I'm alert. I have somebody I'm going to meet tonight. Oh, emote dance. Come on, guys. Put in your emotes. Your dancing emotes. I need to figure out how to make that last longer. Because I'd like to see that last for like 30 seconds or something like that, maybe. Yeah, it's emote dance. So you put in your favorite emotes while it's going, your favorite dancing emotes while it's playing. But it doesn't play long enough. It needs to play longer. I have 3 of them in there. All 3 of them don't play long enough. I need to find out how to make them play longer so that you have time to put more emotes in. So my daughter... No. What? But you have heard of me. I love Pirates of the Caribbean movies. I think Johnny Depp is an amazing actor. And he does such a good job with that character. It just blows me away. Hey, William? You haven't liked the last couple movies as much as the first 2? Well, yeah. I mean, they all hit a saturation point where it just isn't as good as when it first started. It's hard to be that creative and stay within the bounds. Hang on a second. Okay, I had to speak loudly. And where I'm concerned, my dog likes them. That's all I care about. It gives her something to watch on TV that she enjoys. She doesn't have a TV to watch where she's at right now, and she's having a hard time with that. So I need to get a TV set up in her room where she can see it. It means I need to declutter in her room so I can put a TV in there. I have so much dog stuff. But I use it all at different times. Her favorite actor, Brother David, Mark Wahlberg. Her least favorite actor, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. She hears his voice and she'll stop watching. She'll turn her back. It's just absolutely hilarious. She hears Mark Wahlberg and she is all in. She's got her eyes on the screen and she is just watching it all. It's hilarious. I had Black Adam on and I thought maybe she was going to be okay with Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, but as soon as his character in that show spoke, she turned around and quit watching it. She has good taste. She does. She likes Transformers and Star Wars and the Avengers and Bones. She loves to watch the Bones series. We've gone through it about 5 or 6 times now. Her brother, on the other hand, likes nature shows, and he likes nature shows about water, fish, and other things from the water. It's hilarious. Absolutely hilarious. And she actually has started to give in and say, okay, I can watch that stuff too. It's not that bad. She likes action and adventure and, things that make noise and blow things up and people running and jumping and screaming and all of that fun jazz. I think she has good taste too, but I'm careful to say it when my daughter's not around. She likes Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. And I get that. But no, my dog is particular. She's my dog that we've been teaching to use buttons to talk to us. I have not been good at it myself the last couple of months, and so she's fallen off using them. But as soon as I start using them again, she picks it right back up. He was good in a couple movies. Overrated though. Who? The Rock? Yeah. The one movie he has done that she watched is Moana. And I think it's because he played a completely different character. His voice was different than it usually is. It was more upbeat. It was, he sang. She likes music. I think that's why she will watch Moana, is because it's different. It's the only thing he has done that she will watch. Look at all this background, but it won't take long. You want to teach your next dog the buttons? It's so easy. Mine were 2 years old when I started them. I started all of them. I have also 2 Chiweenies. And I have my female and both of her brothers are in the house. My daughter has one that she keeps upstairs, and then I have the other one down here. We tried it with all of them. She's the only one that picked it up. She's the only one. And they all are like, it's okay, she's speaking for me. I'm all right with that. Yes, that's what we want right now. You've seen some scary stuff, though, with dogs and those buttons? Hey, King Maru. How are you? Scary stuff in what way? Please explain. Kimaru, I have my webcam. It's not my cell phone anymore. And it's not a flexible boom arm. It's a fixed one that has rotation and movement. It's a good day. The turkeys are in the coop. Yay! Seeing stuff that we can't. With the buttons? I do feel fancy. I do. I'm not sure I am fully understanding you, Brother David. I know there's people on Facebook. They're not teaching their dogs buttons. They're teaching their dogs tricks to step on buttons that they've specifically set out for a specific reason, and not buttons that they're using to train their dog to speak with. And that's sad to me, because they're taking a good thing and they're making something ugly out of it. I don't know why people have to do things like that. Okay, 1 and 2. These bees both turn themselves. They don't want to go where I want them to go. Turn over, turn over, turn over. Thank you. Bead 1. Bead 2. Bead 2. Get in there. Okay. We're going to stop that right there. They slept outside last night, but this morning when you went out to look for them, they were in the coop looking for food. But the chickens had eaten it. Oh, so you put out some more and brought them breakfast. Very cool. There are super well-trained dogs that use a pretty large amount of buttons to communicate. Yeah, oh yes. Oh yes. Bunny, for one, that you can find on Facebook and TikTok, I think, and maybe some other platforms. That is the reason I got interested in them. That is the reason that I tried them. And that is the reason I'm glad they worked. I mean, my dog's vocabulary has greatly increased since we first started with the buttons. Right now there's a lot of buttons down that she doesn't use, but that's because we haven't been real consistent with it in this last year because of a major move and trying to settle into a house that's smaller than what I had, and you know, life has been happening, and so the buttons, finding a place to put them on the floor has been a thing. So I think I've got it. You seen Bunny? I love Bunny. She's hilarious. But yeah, I mean, I'm teaching my dog. She knows yesterday, today, tomorrow. I'm trying to teach her next week, month, but I ran out of buttons. I need to get more buttons before I can go there. I've put buttons down for the things she likes to do. There's a game we play with her that we call Hands. She has that down. We put her food in puzzles sometimes, and so we have a button for puzzles. since she likes to watch TV and she gets bored, I have a button down there for bored, new program, new show, movie, or something like that. I have a button that says I love you, and she very specifically uses that sometimes. When my daughter was with her SO in Wisconsin, we had buttons that had Wisconsin. We had a Wisconsin button, and when she would ask for her brother or my daughter, we would tell her that they were home in Wisconsin. Since they moved into my house here, she hasn't stepped on the Wisconsin button once. Not once. We thought about doing buttons with Farah, but it's been real easy to be lazy between her Scooby-Doo vocabulary and playing 20 questions with yes eyebrow and no eyebrow. You know, whatever works. You guys are communicating. That is your method of communication, and it works for you, and I think that's great. I had another dog that did the ow ow row 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 talk, and he talked to me all the time. And that was before buttons. Well before buttons. Yes, Kinmaru has a wonderful dog, a very intelligent young dog. Well, I don't know age, but very intelligent dog that takes very good care of her. And she's also a turkey mama and a turkey grandma. So she's talking about the turkey mama and one of the babies that she's been raising. Nick. Short for pumpernickel. Yours push you if they want something. Well, my female will look at me and intently, just with intensity in her eyes and in her body and her face, like, I know you can understand this look. Please give me what I'm asking for now. I usually know what she's asking for, not because of the way she's asking, just because of the time of day it is. And I know my dogs. So it's fun. She's about 3, you think? You could still use buttons if you ever chose to, but why do something when you already have something different when you already have something working? Two, not 3. Leave one behind. Put that one there. We go. Nope. There's a single one. I must have missed it a minute ago. Farah will push you if she thinks you're being way too slow. She's gotten more patient as she gets older, though. Yeah, my female is very insistent when she has her mind set on something, and distracting her is next to impossible, which is why she got the name she has. She's been this way since birth. I've watched her like play with her brothers and sisters before we took them all and gave them to different homes. Tenacious, stubborn, but tenacious. That's her name. Katai is tenacious in Japanese. And Bra, the emote up there, Kinmaru, is one of Brother David's dogs. Name's Enzo, right? That's Enzo? What's he called? Course. Shoot. Can't remember. When she was a puppy, she used to push you down the hallway to go to bed. Yep, I remembered. Yay! He's. I don't remember his breed. I got about half the name, I think, in my head. Cane Corso. Yeah, I had half of it in my head. He looks like big, and from what you said, he's a big eater. I could not afford that. I can barely do what I got. $180. Oh, yeah. Yeah, those are some big dogs, man. Okay. Mine don't cost quite that much. I have 4 that I'm feeding. They cost me about, I just had to ask my daughter a question. So it took me a minute. Sorry for the silence. I buy 40 pounds of food that lasts my 2 dogs a month. And it costs about $60. But then I have my 2 littles. So I buy them 16 pounds every couple of months. And then my cat, I usually buy her about 7 or 8 pounds a month. With wet food, I give all my animals wet food on top of their dry food. You need to go outside. Come over here. Go on. Outdoors, buddy. My son decided he didn't want to listen to him any longer. He went up and got my daughter's dog so he can take him outside. You hate it? Yeah, the cost is hard sometimes. But, I mean, there are babies. That's how I look at it.
They're almost to Lebanon, Mom.
Sounds like my daughter's about half an hour away. Did you just hear from your sister?
Did you not look in
Huh?
Discord? Didn't you just send her a message in Discord?
She hasn't responded.
Yes, she has.
Oh, okay. Okay, cool.
What do you think? I just went and let its truma out.
I'm gonna smoke a hit real quick, folks. Let's just do our smoke before my new grandson gets here and I have to be introduced to somebody that isn't gonna be allowed to know I smoke. Because he lives in a place where it's not legal. And he has a mother who doesn't agree with it. Well, let me put this over here and off my painting. Look at that. Look at all I've gotten done. Look at that. Almost finished. So Lebanon is 30 minutes from here, so plenty of time. I'll just blow out some air freshener. So they'll smell like patchouli oil when they walk in the door. The last one until at least freely taken until my soon-to-be met grandson flies back to Wisconsin in another, 10 days, I think. That tasted good. I'm glad I found out where they were. And grab, smoke 'em if you got 'em. And I have smoke odor candles. I have smoke odor air spray. So I can eliminate the smell. I burn the candles quite often. It helps with the dog odors too. So yes.
Gonna leave him down here,
No. Put him back up where they had him.
or? Alright.
Where was he?
He was in Avery's room. Come on, here.
I like the big blocks of color sometimes because it goes so fast. But I also like the little pieces of color because it can be so pretty. You use the candles? I know. I discovered them when I worked at a cigarette shop when I lived down in the Texas area, in the Houston area. They sold them. And I fell in love with them. I mean, yeah, they're costly, but I think they're worth it. Definitely. My vet sells them. So I get my candles from my vet now. I know. Still costly, but it's nice to know I have a place to get them, because there was a period of time where I couldn't find anybody selling them. And now it seems like everybody has them. They finally took off. People finally discovered them and oh, more please. It's like, yes, good stuff, people, good stuff. I mean, it gets rid of cooking odors, pet odors, smoke odors. And it doesn't just mask it, it actually eliminates the bacteria causing the odors. There's an enzyme it's made with that does that. So, yeah. In fact, I had enzyme that I used to use to clean with like that, but I can't find it anymore. I love the smell of it. It smells so clean. It just smelled so clean, and it was just an enzyme that ate bacteria that cause odors. I had it in a spray bottle. I sprayed it in the air. I used it to clean surfaces. I put it down drains. I mean, it was an all-around cleaner. I discovered it when I was driving a school bus and cleaning the bus barn, and I do not remember what it was called. I am figuring out a way to use these headphones and wear my glasses and not have the headphones pushing them into my head to where it is painful. That's why I don't like headphones. I would rather not have them on. I can hear better with them on, even when I'm just like lurking in streams and such, but they hurt. They make my head hurt. I like looking up and seeing the progress on the screen. That's fun. Hee hee hee. I'm having a good time. I hope you guys are. There we go. Get a little bit crooked there. Let's get them straight. I must have the beads in a straight line. I wonder if that's anything like color within the lines. No, I don't want to have straight lines. I want them topsy-turvy curvy. So I dumped a whole tray of these black beads the other night, right after I had filled it, right next to me on the floor. Well, I've moved things around and I can't get over there very easy. So I haven't picked them up yet. And I wouldn't let my son vacuum over there because if I run out of beads, I know where there's more. I'll find a way to get down there, pick them up. I don't think I'm going to need them. I still have beads in the bag and beads in the bin, and I'm more than halfway through, and I've only used a few of the beads from the bin so far, so I think the loss of beads is doable. Yeah, these are wheat stalks. That's exactly what these are. It's the top of the stalk. It's the grain part. I knew I recognized the beginning to this song. Never promised you a rose garden. So better thinking of her. Ads. Water. Oh, yes. All right. Okay, another tray of black. Let's see how far this one gets us. We will finish, there's no doubt in my mind, tonight. Welcome back from Mazza, everybody. Thanks for sticking them out. Okay. So when my daughter gets home, I'm going to go ahead and take a break so I can meet my soon-to-be grandson. I mean, I just haven't formalized things yet, I guess. Anyway, I will be taking a quick break. So I'll leave the music on for you. I think I can do that and still mute my. We'll see. Conundrum here. Might not be able to leave the music on. Oh, just shove them together, throw them all over the place. Some are just so cooperative. They turn right over like you want them to. Others, it's like pulling eye teeth. Likely be asleep when we get back. I understand, Brother David, so let me just do this now. Well, first, let me get my cursor where I want it. I understand. It's late where you guys are. Seriously late. There we go. Thank you so much for the time tonight. I really appreciate you being in here and the conversation and everything else. You're an awesome guy. I don't get to talk to you hardly at all when I'm in other people's streams. I'm glad you came in and hung out for a while tonight. You took a good nap today? That's what Kinmaru tells me when she's staying up late with me. It was a good nap today. Okay. That works. I can't always take a nap. I mean, sometimes I can. Sometimes I just fall asleep. I figure that's when my body needs it. Sometimes it's like, I'm tired, I'm gonna take a nap, and I can't sleep. It's like, okay, I rest for a while and I get up. Some days are good nap days, some days aren't. Yeah, I get that. You tend to just watch while you're relaxing before bed. Nice and relaxing? Yeah. That's what I like. What I like about this is, for me, it's relaxing, it's soothing, it's something I enjoy. And I like to share what I enjoy. So I'm glad it works. I've teased about this, but there's a hint of seriousness in it still, because I do feel this way. I call me the Insomniacs channel. You can't sleep? Come watch Mama Feisty for an hour. I'll put you to sleep. I'll relax you right out. I'll chill you right to sleep. Just you wait. I've had some people come back to me and say, I'm sorry I fell asleep in your stream. And it's like, oh, please don't be sorry. That's kind of like a compliment because it relaxed you. So I'm glad you were relaxed enough to fall asleep. I don't know if it's the headphones are better or what, but the music seems to be louder. the last couple of days, and I can't seem to get it where I want it. Let's see if I can pull this down a little bit. That's a bit better. Thank you. There we go. That's what it was. Okay. So my daughter should be here shortly. $10:53. It's 11. Yeah, another about 5 minutes maybe. So cool. I don't think it'll take long. He is flying from the central time zone, and so his body is 2 hours ahead of us. So his body is at 1 o'clock in the morning, where he's probably mostly at this time of the year fast asleep, so he can get up for school the next day. So I don't expect it to be a long process of greetings. I will have that opportunity tomorrow and in the next week or so that he stays with us. But that being said, I'm not going to be on stream when they walk in. Well, I'll be on stream, but I'm not going to stay on stream when they come in, so that I can say hello at least. At least. I'm really kind of excited, but I'm trying not to get too excited because it's going to be the only grandkid I get. But he's at an age where he doesn't want any more adults involved in his life. I mean, just turned 12, for God's sake. So, it'll be a joy to get to know him. He's got a wonderful dad. Also depends on if he slept on the flight or not. Good point. Since it was his very first flight and he was very apprehensive about it, his mother flew with him and then turned around and flew back. So he may or may not have slept on the flight since he had his mom there. May have relaxed enough to fall asleep. I don't know. I don't know him. I will get to know him. Gonna have to brush off my dusty old middle school kid skills. It's been a while since I've dealt with that age group. But I hear this one's not quite typical, which, you know, there really isn't a typical. Kids are all individual and unique, just like adults. So I'm going to blame Spotify because some of these songs are louder than others. No, no, kitty, 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 come here. I just heard a car door. I think they're here, so I'm gonna say I'll be back. Enjoy the music if it's still there. And I'm back. Thank you all for sticking around. I got to meet what appears to be a very nice young man who I will get to know better in the next week or so that he stays with us. A long way from home for the first time. So I hope he enjoys his stay here and that we can take good care of him. How is everyone doing? Thank you, Uncle Daddy Hero. I like it, but then I did it, so I'm kind of biased, I think. Hi, Luna. Well, come on, lay down. Hey, Maru. You must have had a good nap today, huh? It was one of those you're going to nap whether you want to or not, so choose your spot. You chose the bed instead of your desk. That was a good choice. I'm sure it was a much more restful nap in bed than it would have been on the desk. Yeah, I've been up way late and sleeping way late. Farrah agreed. She doesn't like it when you nap in other places. It's harder for her to keep an eye on you. There's two that argued with me. There we go. I think she also knows sometimes you hurt when you nap in other places too, and your back's been cranky enough without that. My back's been cranky this week too. And I'm blaming weather. Because that's the only thing I can think that... And it's been kind of up and down around here lately. Look at how close I am to done. They got you an appointment with a nurse Friday, so you've got meds. Should hear from your doctor in the next week or so about whether they want to do x-rays or not. For... On what? What about... Not remembered. Or missed? You're back. Okay, yeah. I know what's wrong with my back. I've been told the only thing we can do for it, and I've chosen to not go there because it's a temporary fix that would have to keep being repeated, even if it worked for me. I mean, it's potentially not even going to work for me if I did it. It's cutting nerves. So, nope. You're not cutting my nerves. Because what if I need to feel something? If that's the only thing they can do to make it better, I can deal. I'm not gonna. Same spot you've had imaging before that had a bulging disc. I don't have bulging discs. I don't have that kind of damage in my back. It's spondylosis, and of course arthritis. Hello, Diamond Lover. I'm glad you're back. I'm back too. And we're still working on putting the finishing touches on this one. We're almost there. So yeah, with my back, it's no. Cutting nerves is their only solution. I said no, thank you. I think feeling what is going on is more important than living with no pain. Well, hello, Johnny. How are you today? Happy weekend. You got that right. You having a good day? And thank you for stopping in. It's nice to see you.
I'm gonna add a noise gate.
Oh. Okay.
I can hear the TV in the background.
Oh my.
It's okay.
Well, the mute button's not working anymore. In fact, it's been on mute. I just took it off of mute.
I don't know why it's not working.
Yeah.
I'd have to figure out what, audio sources you have active in here, because it's probably the webcam too, so.
I right-clicked on webcam to see if there was anything about audio, but I did not understand what I was looking at, so I didn't do anything. You say it. I'm just talking the way I would normally talk when talking to my people. And the kitties. How am I? I am okay. So, oh, thank you for coming in. Had to say hello. I love that. And the kitty. Yes, Miss Luna. Usually this time of night, she's down here with me. Sometimes not quite this early. This was her day to be out and about and hanging out with me. And so we've had a good day. For the most part. She He's a little mad at me because she's not getting her way at the moment. She wants her auntie to give her some pets, and her auntie's busy with other things. She is very vocal. She's 15 years old, Johnny. I've had her since she was about 10 or 12 weeks old. And she has always spoken to me, always. We've always had conversations about how the day was and what she did. And she used to be an outdoors cat, but then I got tired of losing cats to the road, so I made my cats indoor cats.
Okay. I have added both a noise gate and some noise suppression, so your background noise is pretty much gone, and then the noise gate prevents it from catching the TV, so that way
okay.
You have to be X amount loud in order for it to pick you up, but if you are too loud, it will cut you off.
Okay.
Hello, kitten.
Very
Come
cool.
here.
I gotta love it. My daughter takes good care of me even when I'm screaming. She says, but Auntie, oh, okay, here. Silly kitty. She says.
What do you say about brisket?
I say that we should not spend the money if we're going to want it later. So what day does your food stamps free up?
I don't re-up. It ends on 1st.
What?
His.
Oh.
His.
Yeah, I found $500-something on mine. I canceled. I told them I got a job, and that my job will qualify me for food stamps. And then I got a letter that food stamps benefits.
That is Ms. Feisty. Yes,
Oh, my
Sir
God.
Johnny. That's who you're hearing in the background. She got
So-
me this new webcam and gave me an old pair of her headphones because my other pair hurt my ears really bad. They're hard to wear. And so she's been listening, and apparently I've been loud since we put some new stuff on. And so she came down to, she is a W daughter, you better believe it. Excuse me. She most definitely is. She came down and fixed my sound because it was too loud. She could tell when she was checking in to see how I was doing. Smoke if you got it. You have been not feeling the greatest. I'm sorry, Diamond Lover. Is it the medications they have you on, maybe? Has the pain lessened from the steroid shot yet? Oh, cheers, Johnny. You got that right. Well, they're just now laying down upstairs. And the young man I met tonight is not privy to the... It's legal here. I'm in Oregon. But he's not privy to it. And where he lives, it's not. And so we're just not going to have it out when he's around. But he's upstairs. So I will spray some air freshener and take a quick hit. And I know he's gone to bed. I mean, he's come from the central U.S., so it's like, let's see, what time is it here? It is. It's like 2 a.m. for this kid, so. First time he's ever been on an airplane. He's had quite the day. And I understand he was a tired young man when they got him picked up. Little brother is my neighbor. Yeah, he's in Washington State. Very cool. You're on the East Coast. 3 a.m. there. Yes, sir. I have relatives on the East Coast. an aunt and uncle and some cousins and their families. Um, Ended up here. My daughter has some friends from high school that moved up this way, and she visited and fell in love with the place. And they have a really good vet college in Corvallis, which is not far from where we bought our home. And her goal really is to get back into college and um, be trained in training people to train their dogs. Oh, he's in the Navy. Oh, we'll tell him thank you for his service. How long's he been in the service? Yes, Diamond Lover, I read that you're not feeling the greatest, and I am sorry to hear that. Your arm is still hurting badly and fever on and off. I would be calling my doctor and telling him what kind of reaction you're having. That's not necessarily a good one. How long's he been in the Navy, Johnny? Yeah, that's not good. Only a few years. He's 20. He joined right out of high school. Okay. He does nuclear submarine security. Ooh, that sounds special. My best friend joined the National Guard straight out of high school. He was deployed to Afghanistan twice, but he has been discharged. Um, yeah. But nuclear submarine security, oh, bloody, especially on the West Coast. Boy, that can be something. This is a 50s song, back when they had sock hops. To the hop. Your housemate is going to bring you some tummy medicine. You've been sick since you got to work. I'm sorry. Okay. I do believe this tray will finish it. Come
Alrighty then, straight beads. Well, not straight beads. Beads and straight lines. Basically all right side up. Oh, thank you, Shawnee. Appreciate that. I love it. I've done lots of it, and I have yet to be disappointed in what I see at the end. It's beautiful stuff. And it's so easy. I mean, it kind of reminds me, I used to do paint by number when I was a kid. It was oil paint, and that was like a mess. I mean, it was just a mess. It's horrible. I had fun doing it, of course, but this is like paint by number without the mess. You know, all your colors are numbered or lettered, and the whole
We'll
painting.
decide tomorrow what we want to go with the brisket, and we're gonna go get Christmas dinner, and then what's left, stock up on meats and stuff.
We do need to do that. I lost my train of thought. How long does it usually take? When I'm doing it only on stream, I can do one in a week. If I were doing it off stream and that's all I did during the day, I could do one in 2 or 3 days. I have done a couple in that short amount of time. Small ones this size. Larger ones would take me longer. And I have done a couple. Took me about a week each. My daughter bought a couple that she wanted that I did last year about this time, and took me 2 weeks to do the both of them. They're about 6 inches longer than this, about the same width, but about 6 inches longer. In this way. They're smaller than this. This is about the average size. It's kind of like it's a little larger than 8 by 10. It's more like 10 by 12 or 12 by 15, something like that. It's 30 centimeters by 40 centimeters if you want to do the conversion. I've done it and I can never remember what it tells me. You're new to this art and you're already blown away. You're doing a 42.9 centimeter by 55.6 centimeter and you're trying to get it done by Christmas. Yeah, it's going to take some time, huh? Is it, what's it a picture of, Diamond Lover? So I discovered this when I was walking in the store actually one day, and I saw them and wanted to get one for my daughter, and they were sold out when I got back there. So when I was in there, I was doing things for work. Gotcha. Cause I love you too much, baby. What you doing to Hi, Luna. Oops. No more singing. I'm off key tonight. This morning when you took the turkeys their breakfast, you had to hold Reuben because she didn't want to let Nick eat. Oh my, starting to wonder if it's just a ruse to get you to hold her. Maybe so. Maybe she's not getting enough quality time with her turkey mama. Welcome back from ads, everybody. What was I getting ready to say? Let me go refresh my memory. We were talking about sizes, and I asked Diamond Lover what she was making. She hasn't reached. There she is. It's a horse. It's called, oh, Midnight Rider. I'll bet that's beautiful. It's amazing. I was gifted. I saw it in the store, but I was shopping for work, and so I went back later to get some for my daughter because I was real intrigued by it. They were sold out, and I didn't know what it was called, so I didn't know what to look for. She gave me one that year for Christmas. I was blown away. I went, oh my God, I saw this and I tried to get you one and they were sold out. So anyway, I was working full time. Didn't have a lot of time. I did a little bit of it. She did a little bit of it. But got put up and not touched again until 2020. And I believe it was 2018 when I saw it in the store. And she gave me one. And could have been 2017, but I think it was 2018. Anyway, when my body started to fall apart on me in 2020 and I ended up not working and on disability, I remembered about the Diamond Art. I pulled it out and I finished that one and they bought me some more and I've been hooked ever since. I just do them. Lots of 939 and 310. Yeah, I bet. Oh, look at this, 2 more rows. Well, that go off so well. There it goes, right where it belongs. It didn't want to go down to start with, though. It wasn't upside down. I don't understand. Okay, I got a shift. And it's going to upset Miss Luna. She's going to sit here and yell at me, but she yells at me all the time. And then she gets over it. Oh, good song. Hotel California. by the Eagles. So, when I am finished with this one, I will lower the table. I have a drafting table that I'm doing this on, and I'll lower the table down till it's flat, and then I'll put all the beads into my bead jar. It's getting filled up, and then we'll break out the next one, which this one's part of a set that I had purchased to give as a gift. So I'm trying to get it done. Trying to get the whole set done. And I'm thinking I'm not going to have the whole set done by Wednesday next week. Just don't think I can do it unless I do it offline. And since I started streaming, I pretty much only work on my diamond art when I'm streaming. Because that's the reason I stream. Is to do my diamond art. And share it. And look at that. 4 more beads. Boop, and we're done. That quick and easy. Alright, lights off. Now there's the view of it without the backlights. Johnny, I think it looks so much better without the backlights because you can actually see the color. And yes, and these are moon phases. So, because I noticed this one is smaller than this one, and same with the one below it is smaller. And each of the crescents is facing a different direction. So we've got the moon with its waxing and its waning crescents. And I think these are probably like about the size of gibbous moons. So, and the flowers, there's wheat stalks in the flowers. These are like, here's wheat stalk. And where was another one? Oh, sometimes it takes me a minute to find them, but there's one right here. It's real obvious. The ones across the bottom are the most obvious. These two at the very bottom. Down here. Here and here. And then there's one here, and there's one here. And wheat stalks. Here, here. Oh, light. I didn't want the light on. Thank you. You could send me a 101 centimeter one. If I had gotten her one, I know it wouldn't it though. I thought of that when she gave me one. I just looked at her. I said, I tried to find one of these to buy for you. She just laughed. So there we are. There's my moon phases. Surrounded by wheat and flowers. Yay! And losing a tray of beads to the floor didn't impact my ability to finish the project. I still have extra. Much extra. Okay, now. Hold on, Luna. There we go. Lay it down flat, and then Luna runs away because she's like, what are you doing, Mom? What are you doing? Take my light board up from underneath of it. Save my tape. Tape it back on already. Oops. Oh, I wonder if I could get the whole thing in, if I hold this up. No, I get the, oh jeez, that's a good place to have that. Okay. I got my cord caught. Okay, now I was trying to see if I raise this up enough. So, oh, yeah, that's all the higher I can raise it. There we go. We'll take it up to there. And then I can do this one. I can almost get the whole thing in there. Yes, things are different and I don't like it. Things are moving and I don't like it. Yes, Miss Luna does not like things to change. She deals well when it does, but she does not like it. There we go. So the next thing I do, like I said, is put it in between pages of these big books that I got. It's big enough to put the whole thing inside of it. And it'll flatten it out really good, and it'll seat these beads by pressing on them into the adhesive. And then when that's done, I bring it out and I put sealant on it. Adventure camera, yeah. I thought it was. I took a whole pole off. Ah, stop. So does Miss Luna, and this table that she keeps laying under, it keeps moving on her, and she's just not really sure she's happy about that at all. She just starts to get settled, and I change something, I move something. She's like, oh. Yeah, she's walking in the hallway right now saying, Mom's being mean to me. So pretty. I like it. And then our next step is the bead jar. Where is it gonna sit? Where's the best place to put it? Oh, watch it go in when it's there. Do not seal a DAC. It voids the warranty that they give you if you register the painting. I don't understand that, Diamond Lover, because it saves the beads from falling off, man. Why would they not want you to do something that makes it better? I don't get that. Ah, static electricity going in. No, kitty, kitty, kitty. Okay, I gotta make sure I take all the little pieces of... There she is. There's Miss Luna. You're okay, Luna. Okay. Beads. We're done. So the beads go in the jar. The adhesive on the painting is better quality than what you're used to, and the drills won't come off very easily. Okay. There's the extra black background that I want. Probably because if you choose the wrong thing to sealant could turn yellow with age and affect the color of painting or other stuff like that where there's unintended side effects. Yeah, that makes sense. And it will take away the shine from the abs and special drills. Come on now. There we go. Open. It's a plastic bag that holds my plastic bags, and it doesn't want to open. There. I got caught. Yes, the mountain girl and I had that discussion the other day, what abs is for, what that meant. She explained that to me. Thank you. There we go. All beads cleaned out. Oh, Miss Luna. I said I like the body part, abs. Yeah, that's how it's spelled. But abs is abs. I mean, I'm watching NCIS. Abs could be Gibbs' name for Abby. Um, I think it's a 12:30. Was and so I think I'm gonna call it a night, guys. Um, I appreciate everybody coming in tonight. It has been a wonderful night, but I'm tired and I want to get up early tomorrow because I have a new person in my house I want to get to know. And yeah, so I think I'm gonna call it a night. I'm gonna look for somebody to raid out to. Thank you all for coming in. I really enjoy the conversation and company and everything. You guys are wonderful. You guys are awesome. I love my community. So let me find somebody that we can go raid. I have no clue who's out tonight. Well, let me see. Choices. There are so many. There we go. Let's go see Lady Phoenix. She's playing Fortnite. Okay, we're gonna go raid Lady Phoenix Rising. She's playing Fortnite. She's a wonderful person. If you haven't been in her stream, she's a blast. Got a great sense of humor. She's a real funny person and a wonderful streamer. So thank you again, everybody, for coming in and spending time with me tonight. I sincerely appreciate lurkers, chatters, everybody. It makes it lots of fun. I love you all. Have a wonderful night, and I'll see my streamer friends again on Monday. Sunday, I'm doing Discord with Diamond Lover, Mountain Girl, and maybe Firelight Carrie if she can make it. If you're welcome to drop in if you want to, Ken Maru. We're just going to be doing diamond art and talking. We're going to get on Sunday through Discord about normal, same time I usually get online for streaming. Anyway, I love you all. Have a wonderful night, and I'll see you again next time I'm on.